Welcome to 89 on up. G stuff, not ye stuff. Waiting on the homie to slide on, homie. We gonna run it up with the homie for a minute. And I hope y'all like the way I've been sending it, homie. And those that ain't really been informed on this gangster shit and how this really go out here, homie, get a good glimpse on how I send it, homie. You know what I'm saying? What up with you, loved one? A quick Brim story that stick out. Mm. I ain't really just actually, homie, I know a lot of brims, homie. I would have to send that on a separate one and just, concoct it, homie. You know what I'm saying? That way I can, put it down G, homie. But yeah, I know brims. I got, a little acknowledgement of the brims, homie. I know they kind of used to set trip when we go to their function sometime, homie. The Inglewood car sometime occasionally get into it with the homies from Brim sometime, homie. And the families and the Brims will get to chunking them up at Harvard Park sometime and shit like that, homie. Love one, what it do, homie?
Yeah, man, what's going on, man? It's a pleasure.
Man, vice versa, homie. You know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Much love, homie.
Sir,
Hey, look.
appreciate
Yeah, we tapping back in, homie. You know, couple
it. So,
people hit me through my Instagram and was like, bring the homie back on. You know what I'm saying? So it's
sir.
a pleasure to have you, homie.
No, it's an honor as well, man. It's an honor.
On the reels, a few homies tapping in. You see them? You see different
Yeah,
people popping up.
yeah, they tapping in. Man, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, man, because I see a lot of y'all do music, man. We can go ahead and link up and make it happen, man.
On the real, let them know the Instagram again, cause it might be, some new people
Yeah,
on there or anything, homie.
my Instagram at 804 ISER, AZO4ISER. That's my YouTube too. So go ahead and fuck with your boy. I'm gonna fuck with y'all.
Man, all the time, homie. So we gonna just dive into it, homie. You know what I'm saying? You know how 89 on up do it. We gonna dive into it, homie. It's a few things, like I said, people had tapped in and wanted to know about, and then one or two that I'm gonna throw up in there. You know what I'm saying? And
Sir.
this one, homie, since you doing your music and stuff, and you coming home from your bed into the music scene, how do you feel about these how can I phrase it, these character rappers, homie, that didn't really probably come up like us, but that's putting on this front for the youngsters and perpetrating like they did it like us, or they really from the streets like us, or some of our little younger folks, homie.
I mean, I don't respect nothing fake, but at the same time, the rap industry music is to make money, bro. So a lot of the street shit um shouldn't really take place. Like a lot of people put themselves in bad situations. You got a lot of people that I know for a fact, or certain people know that wasn't really banging like that, but then they get in the rap industry and they put themselves in worse positions than they was when they was actually in the streets or doing whatever they was doing, bro. Like the dude, what's his name? The dude that got himself killed, bro. He made the song dissing the whole city, and he got himself killed. And at the end of the day, it was all for nothing because dude wasn't no gangbanger. He wasn't no none of that. But he ended up dissing somebody. He probably would still been alive. The dude had a big fan base and a lot of people that fuck with his music that actually wanted to be like him. But you brung some street. type shit to the music industry and end up getting yourself hurt, bro. And it's a tragedy because at the end of the day, it's easy to say I wasn't a fan of his music. I didn't listen to him at all. It's easy to say fuck people on the other side, but at the end of the day, everybody got kids. They somebody kid and got family, bro. And it's a situation that's preventable. Some shit you can't avoid. And if it's preventable and you put yourself in a situation where you can get your life took, it's unfortunate. So going back to what you saying, like all the shit, like with the like just portraying the street shit, bro. Especially if you didn't come up like that, bro, it ain't nothing to get into because the shit it ain't no game, bro. And the rap shit it make it worse because now you a public figure and you accessible, bro. Everybody know where you at. Everybody know where your show's at. So it's like by portraying an image, bro, it ain't gonna. It's only gonna end up one way.
But they be feeling like, cause I got a fan base now, uh, a little money. They get the feeling like they invincible or some shit, homie. And not coming
Yeah,
from that life like us, homie. For instance, homie, we get some money, we do our thing, we still know we ain't invincible, homie. These dudes don't know that, homie. So when they get up in this game, homie, some of their careers is short lived or they going through obstacles, homie. So I agree, homie. What would
but
you
it's
tell some of these rappers that's portraying, homie?
I mean, it's a process as well, based on I'm really from grew up in that type of environment, but it's a process because you do got some dudes like King Von or certain other homies that grew up like that and had an opportunity to surpass that in progress, but ended up falling victim because you didn't let yourself mature. Like even my music, like initially I made my music for my homies, bro. Like I wasn't didn't have no intention on making money off it. It was just for my homies. If some money come about, then it is what it is. And a lot of my old music is disrespectful, bro.
Right,
But
right, right.
as I grew and got older and just matured, you got to figure out what you in it for. If you in it to make money, that street shit gonna have to be out the way. You seen what happened in Young Thug, bro. So you can't really mix all that shit because you gonna get the same results as you was getting in the streets and you got an opportunity to advance and do greater shit, bro. So my whole thing is if you got an opportunity, you can open your eyes up, just pursue the opportunity and make it about music, bro. Instead of ain't nothing wrong with telling your story. I'm a storyteller. So a lot of my music evolve around the streets. That's why I didn't spend the majority of my life, streets and jail. So a lot of my music is touching on them subjects, bro. But the goal is to teach a lesson from that shit, bro, and progress with to get out the hood. You feel me?
Exactly, homie. So so you saying you came, up in the hood, the lifestyle out in the hood. A lot of viewers on here, that's probably new to just tapping in on this one. Probably want to know what was your location and community that you grew up in or came up in, homie. Can you kind of tap in on that a little bit?
Yeah, I grew up in the Swans, bro. East Side, California. I ain't never stayed west of the 110 freeway, bro. So East Side, bro, in the Swans. That's it. So
So when you start, you come up in the Swans, homie. What age did you recognize yourself like really saying that I'm finna dive 2 feet in on this thing, homie?
to be honest, I come from a big family with a lot of gangbangers, bro, on both sides. But I never was like the type of person that was attracted to gang banging for us like this is a lifestyle that this is attractive that I want to live even though I grew up around this. You feel me? I had friends, they got older brothers and started banging in like on the east side. In my particular area, we don't have no middle school in our hood. So we got middle schools that's in, opposite community areas, bro. So if you can get mistaken for somebody just by where you live at or who you walk to school with, you're from over here. So I ain't gonna say I got forced because everybody got a decision to make. But when you're dealing with the consequences already from it, make the decision a little bit easier because you grow hatred towards people, bro. Like especially if you ain't banging and you walk into school with certain people. I just know these is my friends, bro. They live around the corner or live across the street. and they probably was more advanced or attracted to the banging because they big brothers is or uncles is doing it X, Y, and Z. You feel me? I always was smart and into sports and shit, bro. But when I saw once I started doing that shit, I dived all the way in because it was like the hatred was driven, bro. So I dived all the way up in that shit.
So basically, a lot of people don't know, homie, that be from these different areas and stuff like that. A lot of us got cheated out of schooling or either had to commute way, like you said, to different spots just to try to get a piece of education. And then in the midst of fighting and shit, trying to get an education, we wind up just straight detouring off straight to the street, damn near, homie.
Yeah, it's crazy because my mama had checked me out of Fremont. You know, that's the high school over there on our
Over in
side
the
and shit.
hood, yeah.
Yeah, so my mama had checked me out of Fremont because my grades was fucked up. I wasn't going to school, none of that type of shit. So she had checked me out of Fremont to go to Gardena, like so I can try to play football because I always been into sports, bro. So I can get football and shit. So I went to Gardena, it ended up being a worse situation based on the gang shit. You know, when you young, especially on the east side, you know, that's like the poorest section, bro. So I didn't know a lot about I never anything outside of like South Central Compton and Watts, you know, if you on the east side back then, you look at that as the valley, bro. Like
On the real.
going to Gardena, I'm not respecting nothing about what they got going on, some gangs they got going out there. So I'm thinking like, you know, everybody from the east side think they hella hard, bro. So I'm from the east side. I'm finna go up here. They not finna tell me nothing. They finna respect this. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
what up here, they was waiting outside the little attendance office when you check in that for me, bro. So
right, right. Like this west side with the business too, homie.
most definitely, bro. So they was, you know, they on their stuff too. They was waiting at the when you check in the class, they was waiting out there for me. So all that shit was you know, part of the process, bro. So like you said, you get cheated out of school, bro, and good years of your life, bro.
Messing with this thing right here, man. And when you know coming up on y'all side of town in the Swans, homie, who you know who was y'all more combative with, homie? Like you know, you say going to school. Sometimes you having fight. Like what type of community crews or gangs, homie, was trying to stop that at that time, homie?
Yeah, that was just a anti-crip area, bro. So it didn't matter. Like, you know, back then it was a little bit different. Like now, people more like be zoomed in on particular hoods, but back then it wasn't like about no particular hoods. It was like them was the Crips or them was the, you know, it was just like that, bro. But you got particular hoods, like, you know, an area that's around us, like the
Right.
particular the East Coast is or A7 gang or that, but it wasn't. It was just the Crips, bro. Like it wasn't, you know, like when I went, like I told you, for example, when I went to Gardena, I never went met a Gardena Crip before or nothing like that, or but they wasn't pleased with this young nigga coming to their school trying to think I'm finna be up there, you know. So it was
Right.
just back then it was a little different. It wasn't just like now it didn't turn into more like these particular type of games and these particular type of games. But back then it wasn't like that, bro. It was more just like red and blue. It was just like that.
So that red and blue, like you said, I can relate to that because back then, homie, like you said, it really sometimes you would get into it with Crips and Crips would get into it with Bloods, and you won't even know where each other from. We just knew it was a cousin blood thing, a red and blue, color thing, homie, and we'll get to taking off chunking them. You be like, nigga, we got down with the Rips, or the Rips say, I got down with the Blood. So I can agree.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But what you saying like that, it just when I can't, it ain't no pinpoint, homie, like that. So at them times as you coming up, homie, we all got people that we look at that when we coming at the off the porch, we like, certain people that we look into that we kind of admire, we taking a liking to. Who was some good figures, homie, that you can name, homie, or say had a little input with your character and style, homie.
Um, bro, all the older people in the community. I don't want to just be big name dropping because I ain't talked to people
No,
that
no,
make
yeah, yeah. I ain't just. I mean, like solid homies that kind of, where they, we ain't gonna jeopardize they get down or nothing.
all the older homies, bro, because like you know back then probably as well in your community, it was harder back then. Like now, people just accept anybody to do this shit. Like back then, it was more hard, bro. Like you had to really like a lot of people didn't make the cut, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like harder to participate, and then it was more shit going on. Like right now, the shit didn't crumble, bro. So that's why you see a lot of people that's trying to do other things for us, pursue music or pursue the entertainment industry in general, because people recognizing that this shit over with, bro. Like just all around the board. But back then, it was harder, bro. So all the homies that was ultra aggressive, like the ones that was that's the people who I looked up to and wanted to be like, bro, because there was people I seen that was respected, bro. So you had to be like, and then my family just in general, like my mama is a like she raised me like a man, bro. Like I had my pops was in my life, but my mama was more like played more of a role in my life for us, like teaching me how to protect myself, how to like defend myself, or just be go about like a respect, have a respectable conduct outside the house, bro. Like not be no sucker, bro. My mama wasn't going for it, so she wasn't going for nothing like turning down no fights or none of that type of stuff. So them was the people that I gravitated to have that same type of fire, bro. Like all the aggressive homies, bro.
So how do you know what I'm saying, to kind of mix it up some, homie? You know what I'm saying? I know from 15 years back, homie, and to now, I know you ain't really just, but you could probably didn't heard or whatever, homie. What you think about the females from then versus the females from now, homie? Do you think they more riding with us more now, or they roll more 15, 16, 17 years ago tougher with us than now?
As far as like holding it down like a
Yeah,
jail
yeah.
sentence,
Support, like,
or
no, just being supportive and everything, homie. Just like what, how you,
um,
you know.
I would say everything gets watered down in time, right? So if you go back to the originality of anything, I believe that it's more pure. So I believe that as well as the men though, because I don't like to just go hard on the females. I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a better grade of men back then. But I wholeheartedly believe that it was way more like high quality females back then. And even in jail, it's a microcosm of a society, bro. So like when I first came to prison, I run into dudes that have been down 30 years and they got the same woman with them that's from when they was kids, bro. Like then when I started coming getting closer towards my date, it was different, bro. Like it was you ain't run into too many people that was keeping that could hold on
Female.
to a
Yeah.
female, bro, that was gonna really thug it out with him, bro. So but the world didn't change, the world changed, everybody more materialistic now. So love don't really mean nothing. A female could really love you and still not rock it out. But at the same time, like a lot of females look at it as, especially if you in jail for something that don't got to do with taking care of your family, they look at it as you ain't in here, you ain't in jail for me or trying to take care of me. You in jail for your homies. So they look at. I didn't heard females say that. Like we didn't have these type of discussions on Facebook. Like let your homies take care of you because you didn't put it on the line for me. You put it on the line for your hood. So it's it's
Yeah,
cold, but
yeah,
they but
yeah.
women, I'm married, bro. So I met a stumped down woman in there, bro. So
Yeah, I
I'm
wanna,
I'm
yeah, I wanna touch on that too, homie, because I always get, that's a fascination to me. And also, it's just a trip when I hear homies that's married and how they feel, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like you said, that the materialistic came in, homie, and just, kind of like shook the game up, homie. But like you said, back then, when we was going to, like you said, older cats was going to jail, like myself and stuff, we was hustling and providing for the house. So a female, like you said, didn't really mind, like, nigga, I'm gonna support my nigga. Cause even though he was an asshole, like some of the females now, homie, that's kind of up and doing good, 20 some years ago, they wasn't like that, homie. I look on social media just like the homegirls that look at us, and I'm like, damn, a lot of the homegirls didn't advance. A lot of them did, come a long way. We all, but I'm like, homie, a lot of us. kind of got with a lot of these females and rebuilt their self-esteem. Like we don't get a lot of props for a lot of things we did for a lot of women. Homie, we built them up and re self-esteem. A lot of these beautiful homegirls and women right now from dudes like us from back in the days, homie. You know?
But the roles then reversed as well too, though. Like how you just said, like back then, it was more providing for your family and people hustling, like taking care of home. Like nowadays, the average young dude you run into, he gonna be talking about AOB. It's all on the bitch. He gonna be talking about pimping. He don't really got no personal like aspirations or goals other than to live off a woman. So me personally, I come from an old school family, bro. So I was never taught, and my mama was hella independent. But I was always taught that a man supposed to take care of his household, take care of his family for us financially and for us protecting too. So a lot of people they not living by that no more. So a female, of course, you're not gonna have no respect for nothing that somebody talking about. If you the breadwinner and somebody trying to live off you, you can do bad all by yourself. So your attitude, your nose gonna be all the way in the air. So it's just reversal, role reversal, bro. So
What's up with these young dudes on drugs, homie, and shit like that, and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of drug use, homie. I know a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like in my days, homie, if niggas was, niggas all went through different little shit, homie. Loved one, good looking out, homie. Hey, look, homie, when I was coming up, we all went through them little phases of probably doing certain shit or something like that, homie. But niggas, at one point, we started disciplining one another for doing shit because it was taken away from the conduct and character of ourselves, homie. So we was high on point about that shit. Now it's like you know, and like I say, homie, we all ain't perfect, but it be homies that go to jail, they come home, homie, and niggas got addictions and shit like that, homie. And it's so that just knock a little piece out the bottom of it to where we expecting solid homies to come home, and some niggas is coming home with habits, and the young niggas is on the streets with habits, homie. So where you think that influence or how that shit moving, homie?
I mean, like you said, I went to YA 2004, bro. So
Yeah,
before prior to me going to YA, it was still the same type of way. Like you was gonna get disciplined for being on drugs, like high tech drugs, and then not even just that. Like that was laughable, bro. Like that was something somebody would have laughed at you about. If you told somebody like, yeah, I'm finna go smoke this crystal, or I'm finna go snort some cocaine, or do some heroin, people was gonna laugh at you because it was a shame associated with doing them type of drugs. So when I went to Y and got out, everybody's on pills. I mean, pills had been around, but I'm saying it
yeah,
became more prevalent.
yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
on pills, everybody's on this thing, but it still wasn't taking a toll because you still had old school people that will trip on somebody, even if you not from my community. I see somebody from your community, but you represent what I'm representing, and you over here in my community getting high. Oh yeah, we gonna violate you, or we gonna get your mind right one time. But now, fast forward coming into jail, I got to see in this 15 years, bro. Like yeah, it ain't got so bad, bro. Where in the syrup, everybody's on the syrup on the streets. So
Yeah.
now when these junkies come in this jail, they don't got the syrup, they doing heroin, bro. So one thing about heroin, it fucks up your body. You don't got it, them opioids start making you throw up, making you sick. Your body needs it, bro. So when you need drugs and your body needs drugs and you hurting, you will make bad decisions in life and jeopardize and sacrifice your character, your respect, all kind of stuff. So this is more prevalent to where it's like, bro, like I didn't watch it where the majority, bro. I'm talking about the majority of the population is on drugs, and I'm not even talking about just people from our community. I'm talking about people from all the communities, Hispanics, everybody is
You
all
saying
on
that
drugs, bro.
inside the institution?
Yeah, inside the institution. And then I think people is just weaker nowadays. Like back in the days, even now, and I don't got nothing against mental health, like for like getting help or whatever that case be. But a lot of
Mhm.
stuff that people be trying to seek help for or be complaining about is stuff that we dealt with back in the days that was nothing, bro. This is just a part of life. But people have been became so weak. Even the music, bro. You hear a lot of these people talking about suicide, killing themselves in their music. talking about killing themselves over relationships and talking about abusing drugs, bro. And no matter how you put it, music is hella influential, bro. In every culture, every community, bro, is hella influential. So these are the people that's leading the pack right now, people that's promoting drugs, bro. So anytime somebody thinks something is cool, because the majority of the world is followers, bro.
On
When
the
you got
real.
good leadership, the followers is gonna be higher quality or a higher caliber person because you following good leadership. But when you got bad people leading the pack, all the people that's followers is gonna be following the bullshit, bro. Yeah, it's an epidemic for sure, bro.
And then it kind of mess it up because the young homies that want to be solid and hang with solid homies. See, back in the days when I came on and shit, even though we was all from the hood, you wanted to be like certain homies. You wanted to hang around a certain pack of homies, even though it was these type of homies. You wanted to be with these homies, homie, and it took qualifications. You know what I'm saying? To be
For
with these
real.
type of homies. You know what I'm saying? Some homies that it was a lot of homies that didn't drink, that or didn't do no drugs, that criticized some of us. Or dudes like nigga, you niggas is dumb, nigga, you niggas is this, that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, homie? It's just like you say, homie. It's just and niggas used to just do their time back then, homie. Niggas is not doing their time right now and shit.
But
You know?
then, like how you said about how people used to like basically talk down on people that was on drugs, bro. And it's not necessarily like a lot of young dudes. Like I didn't have situations where I didn't got into it with homies behind them doing drugs in prison, bro. I didn't caught a case behind doing something to a homie that's on drugs, but it wasn't because I just want to hate drugs and I want to harm you because I don't like you. I want to help you, bro. I got a homie that just OD, bro. I got a homie that just OD, bro. Not even a month ago, bro. And it's fucked up because it's a homie that I have a gang of love for, bro. And he lost his life for doing drugs. Don't nobody want to see. We survived all kind of shit, bro. You survive the streets, gang banging, and don't get killed like that and lose your life on drugs, bro. It's like you taking yourself away from your family. That's what people be trying to tell people before it happened, bro, because they putting fentanyl on everything, and then it's over with.
Hey, homie, that stuff, homie, like I say, homie, it's a whole different walk of life, homie. I be trying to tell my sons and other young homies, like, it's okay to have your own opinion, homie. That's what make you a soldier, when you could be around homies and homies will pass something to you, not knowing whether if they from your hood or community, then you be like, nah, homie, I'm straight, homie, cause not only you being solid telling the homie you straight, you don't get down, that might also change another homie that like, damn, homie, it's all right to do that. Fuck it, I'm gonna stop after this, homie. So we gotta stay leading by example, homie. A lot of more homies gotta start leading by example. And then with back to like what you were saying with that mental health, homie, that shit, homie. Like I said, we all then probably went through shit, felt certain ways, but we couldn't really speak about, oh nigga, I want to just go this, I want to go out, I want to kill myself. Like nigga, homies, you like to get DP, knocked out or something. Cause nigga, you can't do your time and you whining or something, homie. You know what I'm saying? Now a nigga be whining, you check a nigga with some tough love, a nigga be mad and shit. Cause you didn't told a nigga you acting like a bitch or you that's some whole shit. Like nigga, we came up, niggas didn't told up, that's you get verbally checked or whatever. Niggas, young niggas can't even accept that shit nowadays. Why you think niggas can't accept being verbally checked, homie?
I mean, for one, like everything kind of lead back to the household, bro. Like a lot of these people was being raised in female households, and they don't got strong females in their household. So when you got a house like my mama was a strong female. My daddy was in my life, but it was the weekend. You know how the type of setup it was. But my mama was a strong female. So my mama
Yeah.
wasn't going for no. You finna be in the mirror looking at yourself. None of that pretty boy. None of that falling on the ground crying. None of that. My mama was on you like how men would be on you, bro. So I think that's like a part of it. And then now it's just everybody they don't got the type of role models that people will want to listen to. Like how you say you got people say I don't got no big homies or they don't want to listen to nobody. when I was young, you didn't have no choice because the homies that I was looking up to and I had respect for that I was trying to like model my gangsterism after was the people that slap you for saying something like that, bro. Like they had slapped you for saying something like that. You would have got slapped or you say something like they had slapped you, bro, or put hands. They was real aggressive, bro. It was different. So it was more like real aggressive, bro. You don't really got them type of people because a lot of people was focused on self, but
Yeah. And then niggas, a lot of niggas don't even want to go into getting into it with these youngsters, homie. And you know, like a lot of like just say me for instance, homie. It take a lot, homie, to push a major line in the turf on the younger generation and all that, homie. And if you ain't one of them homies that's just down to go to the extra extent with pushing the line, homie, and then sometimes you gotta put your foot on the brake and reverse and just draw back some and kind of let dudes do your thing. Cause if you finna really go head in down the squabble niggas pushing line and all that, homie, and then so when a lot of dudes got to my age like that, our attentions didn't see this development that you possibly gotta do something real tragic to a homie and shit like that from your set. I mean, we understood protecting ourselves from outside or each other, but when that shit got deep inside the community, homie, where this the attitude you gotta have, a lot of dudes drew back some, homie. So
not
that's what
because
messed it
that's
up.
that's the worst thing, bro. That's the worst thing because especially the type of community we grew up in, where it was more like loyalty, love, and togetherness, bro. So when you got the mindset where you gotta, oh, I gotta harm these people that I'm supposed to be calling my friends or my homies, that make a lot of people want to draw back. Like, bro, this what I signed up for to be over here. Like, this what we doing. So it's like
So that's what put it with no, I ain't got no big homies damn near, cause nigga, we didn't all drew back, homie.
you see, yeah, that's true because when I was young, bro, yeah, you would have said something like that. Yeah, the people I was looking, they know who they is. People I was looking up to and running around, they would slap teeth out your mouth, bro. Like I ain't got no big homie. Yeah, they would have, but it was the presence. They didn't even have to do that because it was more pure. Like it was more pure back then, bro. So it was like that's one thing that I don't understand. Like the confusion and dysfunction, bro. Anytime you sign up to be something, bro, you're a part of a group. So if
Mhm.
you're not on board with what the group wants, like if we got a company, everybody not gonna be in agreement with what the company's doing, but it's gonna be a final say. This is the rules of the company, and this is what we doing.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
don't want to be a part of that, leave the company. Go be a part of another company or just don't be a part of a company.
And that's what dudes ain't doing right now, homie. So, homie, so from the streets, okay, you was in the hood, you know what I'm saying? You was in the swans, homie. You know you did your share, and then it land you to YA, then it land you to a 15-year stay in prison, homie.
Yes, sir.
So what was that 15 years like, homie? Can you touch on that a little bit? How what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I done been everything, bro. All the shit you hear about the riots, stabbing, bro, one-on-one fights, bro. The DPs removing people off the yard, bro. You know all that shit that come with it, bro. Like you gonna be involved in that shit. So you know everything. I think we done had I done had six riots when I was in this 15 years. Like six riots, I think.
And how
Right.
was the and at them times, homie, how would every yard be different and every prison is different, homie. How was the crips on some of them yards, homie? Was it some like was it respectable levels, or was it sometime that it did go up or something like that, homie?
Yeah, that's how I left Pelican Bay. We had a ride with the Crips in Pelican Bay. That's how I left Pelican Bay. I went to the shoe. That was like my last little incident up there. But Pelican Bay is more set up. Like like you've been in prison, so you know how some yards you would go to, they got areas where it's just a black bars. Like these is the
Yeah.
bars for the blacks. In Pelican Bay, it's not like that. You got a blood bars, you got crip bars. So it's already set up where you know that's already been established for years. You're all over
So that
there.
keep that keep us separate. You saying?
exactly. So it was already something like you didn't really see it. Then back then, we was young, bro. I got to Pelican Bay when I was 20, bro. So
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then, we didn't want nothing to do. And I told you, like, I came to jail for robbery. That was like the beginning of everybody coming to jail for flocking in robberies. Before that, like all the homies that when I came, they was all in for murders
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So as
Yeah,
well as
I
it's more as well as the Crips. So it was like everybody was in jail for killing somebody, homie, or even if we didn't know them, and it was somebody that died before we was born. It was already tension, like we don't want to talk to you. So it was already separation, bro. Like it was already separation. When I got to High Desert, to me it was weird because in Pelican Bay I had been used. I was up there for 6 years. So when I got to High Desert, to be at the bars with the Crips to keep it real was weird to me because I got to be around people. People got tattoos, and I don't want to see you. I don't want to even be. I don't even want to be around you. I don't want to hear your conversation. I don't. You feel me? And it's probably to them too. Like
right,
it was,
right.
it was, it was more weirder for me because I came from Pelican Bay, where it's just all the homies. We all over here. It's just all the homies, and we all amongst each other. And then you go somewhere like that, and it's like, damn, you around all these people. You got to see them. And you feel me? It wasn't. I had it was adjustment.
So when you was up in the Bay, it was damn near like a blood model, even though it was like rips and every other ethnicity. You were just so much around the homies, it was like a module damn near.
When you hit the yard, like it was all like basically all you gonna be. You had like on A yard. I've been on both yards up there, A and B. Them is both the level 4 yards, but on A yard, I swear every time I got out the hole, they send me to the A yard. The majority of the time, the blood bars is way on the other side of the yard from the Crips. So you got it's the other bars, and then you got the Bay Area bars, then you got the Crip bars. So they way on the other side of the yard. So like I've never been to the Crip bars in my life, but sometimes people had business or people wanted to holler at people they know. You would see people over there, but it was kind of rare, bro. That was like the whole yard gonna be looking like what they doing. People think it's something gonna go
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
like what they
yeah.
doing over there type shit. So
So
it
how
was
was it with the Bay? Because I know it'd be like Bay like dudes from the Bay sometimes be trying to give up the beat. You know what I'm saying? How was that up in the Bay with the? It wasn't none of that, or just
the Bay Area is so um like culture focused, bro, and on their blackness. You go the Bay is like the coolest dudes, bro. There's a lot of black people that's from LA, bro. You find out about your culture or fall more like in love with your history and that type of stuff coming in prison. That's where I learned a lot of my history from in prison, bro. But they already low key kind of come to prison with that, and they don't got the gang barrier. So they be like cool with everybody, bro. So especially with the homies. So it was all love, bro. That's the only fraction
yeah.
I was in prison that I never been on the yard. We went to war with them. We didn't have riots with the white boys, uh, essays, North Indios. I done been in like two or three riots with the Crips, but we didn't went to war except for the Bay. I ain't never been on yard with the
A
Bay.
lot of homies, homie, not to cut you off, homie. Shout out to the Bay, birthplace of the Panthers. Yup, yup. Hey, a lot of homies don't know what to kick it off with some Crips, homie. Because I know, like you said, we'll be, one time I remember me and the homies, we was all on the yard and we was blood and tough, homie. Everything was with a B. We young, so it was like blood, Boffy, Bandy, Bigger Rest. We coming from the module, everything. And some of them dudes got offensive, homie. And at this time, like you say, some spots, you get older homies at some of these spots sometimes, and not say they laid down, but they kind of be set on how shit is. So when a whole new posse of young dudes come, we like shake shit up. Like, well, nigga, we over here. Well, we got to make a spot. We got to do this. So that type of shit of talking like that can start some shit up too, homie. You feel me? Just a little small. Could you give me an example, homie, or something that kicks something off, homie?
It's crazy that you said that because that's exactly the situation that happened in Pelican Bay. Like basically, you had some homies they went to medical, and in Pelican Bay, the outside medical is a cage. You gonna be in a cage. So if you a homie, we always outnumbered, bro. So when you go in the cages, I used to always go in the cut by myself, back against the thing, because I don't know who is in here, who homies, who ain't. So if you in a different building, at that time it wasn't no program. I don't know you, especially if you not no homie, or you might be a homie that just came, I ain't seen you yet. I just go off in the cut. And I had tattoos on my face, so people would approach me and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" Introduce themselves or whatever. But it
Yeah,
was a situation where the homies was in the cages, the medical cages, and they was having a regular conversation. Some homies from Dago having a regular conversation, and they was talking about a specific person that had a disrespectful name, saying CK this or CK that or whatever the case may be. So you had some rips in there like gangsters, bro. Like some
yeah,
rips in
yeah,
there, and they hear this, so they took off on the homies in that motherfucker. It was only two homies, probably like seven of them. They took off on the homies. So the homies was in my building. They came back. One of the homies' eye closed. The other homie, he was hella big, so he did his thing. He didn't have a scratch on him. But the other homie, he came back looking bad as shit. So you know how that shit goes. So the next day they ran yard for our building. We came out and did our thing. It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
21 bloods, 19 Crips, 21 bloods. So we came up, did our thing. They had to bust the mini 14 and all that. So it's a situation like that. You know what I mean? So
Hey, look, and that be cracking when you got to go tell homie because everybody might not be out. You be like, nigga, the homies just got into it with some niggas on the yard. Everybody come out, it's finna go down or something, homie.
who had see in Pelican Bay, they didn't used to run a lot of program back then. So it's the communication was low. How I found out because some homies had worked in the kitchen. So they got some people that came from the yard that like went through the window sign. They was like, man, that was your homies or whatever the case may be. So when they came back, they told us what was going on, whatever the case it may be. So the next day, when like, oh, we stopped all the homies, like homies that was coming from the kitchen. We stopped all the homies, like, hey, bro, like, don't go in. Cause got some homies that got a job, they go to yard every day, so they don't even come to yard some days. They might just go and get straight in the building. So all the homies that we knew, we hey, but don't go in, bro. It's us. Like, man, y'all already heard what happened yesterday. It's us. And in the yard, it's us. So
So the rips is like if the homies didn't know, soon as the homies would have hit the building, rips would have moved on the homies.
really, the Rips was willing. They was willing to accept it as a W because they really got a W on their hands. So they wasn't really more so concerned to keep it real. They thought it wasn't gonna be nothing. Cause the dudes, you had two dudes who got it kicked off on them. They was playing handball in our area, like behind the blood board in Pelican Bay. It's a handball area up against the wall. So these two Crips is the only Crips playing handball in that area. So we already had the agreement, like, bro, if when at the end of your niggas is gonna handle their business. But when they went over there to play handball, we not letting them leave from the handball court. If they try to leave from the handball court before the end of yard, that's when we gonna get jiggy. So yeah, they tried to sneak up out of there and they got jiggy.
Right, right. Was there some times in there where they got where the homies had was shorthanded? That you ever been up in there at the times the homies being shorthanded and got moved on?
A lot of times, right, but by the grace of God to keep it G, I ain't never been in a situation like that in a pen, and it's a blessing because it get real bad. I didn't been on the yards where homies then got hurt real bad, bro. And, cause you know we always short, bro. So that was just a day where that's why it was so important to stop all the homies that was coming from work and West. Hey, like, hey, bro, don't go in. You feel me? Because you know they gonna be beat. Always they gonna be beat. So that was the situation. But by the grace of God, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even in the racial shit, I was blessed to come out on top of every situation. And people really get hurt, get killed, get shot, get hurt, bro. And by the grace of God, bro, every ride I've been in, we came out victorious, bro. It's a blessing because there'd be people that really got hurt. Even in the rides where we came out victorious, bro, like people then still got
Still
hurt.
gonna
I was
get
just
hurt.
blessed
Yeah.
not to be one of them people, bro. Like not to be one of them people. People get shot. They got real many 14s, bro, shooting 223s. Like, bro, so it was just a blessing, bro. That yeah, I ain't get hurt, bro. Or anybody, even the rich that didn't get hurt, bro. It's just a blessing. Nigga, that shit. That's how that shit go, bro. So yeah, you gotta make it up out of that shit.
Somebody said, did you meet somebody from Palo Alto before? Palo Alto.
I done ran into somebody from being there everywhere in the Bay, bro. Palo Alto. I had a boy named Michael from Palo Alto. Matter of fact, he was in the building. He was my next door neighbor. I believe when this situation happened, he was my next door neighbor. It's crazy. He was asking me on the yard, my boy Michael from Palo Alto. He like, hey bro, like what's up, man? I'm like, what's up? He like, man, it's up. You know, we weren't using that type of word back then, but he like, man, it's up. I'm like, what you talking about? He
Yeah.
like, man, what's going on? You know, you can't have other people in y'all business and shit like that. So, but he just trying to check, like, so you don't want to, you know, when shit happen in prison, you don't want to be on the wrong side of the door. Like, if I know the SA is about to get into it with the North Indios or the white boy about to do whatever you don't want to be where you're not supposed to be, bro. Like, you don't want to be on the wrong side of the yard and something happens and then you caught up in some shit that don't even got nothing to do with you, bro. So he was just trying to check out my boy.
Right. A lot of people you know, brothers always get into it with Southsiders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what it caused it to get physical with Woods, homie? Because I didn't been in the places where Woods as white boys, homie, would have like, different type of tattoos as well, homie, that's racist as hell, and we be like trying to like figure out like homies be behind about we need to roll them up, we need to do this, homie. What to kick it off with the white boys, homie,
Well,
aside from that.
when I first got to Pelican Bay, it was on lockdown already. I came from a section to Pelican Bay. Straight in. Matter of fact, I was in the cell with one of your homies, bro. Um, Tebow,
Yeah,
twin,
yeah, yeah,
when the twin.
yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
my first celly.
My GG
That,
homeboys, yeah, he
that was
got 20.
my first celly in prison on a level four. On a level four in prison, that was my first celly. I go straight from reception and then cell with him, but it's on lockdown. It's on lockdown for a ride with the woods. A white crip act came up here. And back then, everything they changed, bro, for the better. So now, like, all that type of shit ain't really going on in prison. But back then, that's how it was. A white crip act came, so they came out, put a cold little mixtape down on you, lifting you up out this boots, bro. And it went up. But I came in the aftermath when it was already on lockdown. Now in prison, you can only be on lockdown for 2 weeks, and then they gotta let y'all back out. But back then, they could keep you on lockdown for months, and maybe even years. So when I came, it was already on lockdown from that rocket, bro. So I came with a problem already. This is already a problem. Fresh in the prison, we on lockdown for the rise with the white boys. So we came out. That's what already the time everybody was on. So even in that situation, because bro, it get deadly in the prize, bro. But even that situation came out victorious, bro. We had the numbers. It was all the homies. It was more homies, but we had the numbers. Even with the white boys, it was we didn't get no help from no outsiders that was black. It was just the homies and the white boys. Didn't nobody help us. But outnumbered them, bro. So it was another blessing, bro. We came out victorious, bro.
Because they was trying to move and shit.
Yeah, but they really wasn't right. But it was already like, bro, so much had already transpired, bro, that it was already like set in stone that this gotta happen, bro. So sometimes you get in a situation like I wasn't there, it took place, and then it was somebody he not even a homie, but it just these situations where it's the transfer
You
we
gotta
already know.
get it. Get it.
Came out and he got hit. Keep
Yeah,
it G. I only been in one riot my whole time in prison. I only been in one riot where we wasn't the initiator, bro. Riot we had with the Southsiders, they initiated that. We still came out victorious. They initiated that. All the other time I was blessed. Sometimes that'd be the difference. Who come out and strike first, bro? So
on the real, homie. Somebody hit up QSB double I, man. Somebody asked, homie, on here, what's the say what up, G half? I remember you from Crozier. Okay, yeah, what's up, homie? Hey, look, somebody want to know what prison you was at with the most Crips, where you seen the most Crips at deep as hell.
I need Pelican Bay, but that's Chris. Niggas always Chris gonna always be
Be
but
deep,
Pelican Bay.
yeah.
Like Pelican Bay, it wasn't really a lot of homies, bro. Like man, when we had that ride and went to all the homies that went to the whole that ride, it was on like probably like it was less than 10 homies left on the yard after that ride, bro. So it wasn't that many homies, but that's like, but imagine that, right? We was on the yard where it was only probably like 25, 28 homies. Then I went to high desert, and the building I landed in was like 31 homies, all in that just like in that one building, all in
Hey,
just that
look,
one building I landed in.
hey, look, a gang of homies. Hey, look, sometime a nigga used to didn't like to be gelling around that many homies. A nigga used to. Did you like when it be a gang of homies or gelling when the homies was short, homie?
See, me, it all depended on the crowd. You feel me? Because to keep it real, where I grew up at, bro, we don't got a lot of homies that in that area, bro. So when I used to get like being jail to be around other people like as homies, like it ain't like how Inglewood is, so it used to feel good, like being
Yeah, yeah.
around the homies. So that was like a blessing. And then he used to let me kick back a little because, like, I'm gonna say the county jail, for example, even though I didn't be in a lot of situations where the homies was deep, we was deep. I could kick back a little because I know, like, all right, the homies in here, you got certain people that only kick up dust when it's a gang of homies, bro. And I was one of the people, I'm gonna do it by myself. I used to always be by myself. But now since the gang of homies, I can kind of like post up a little bit and just, pick up the slack situation like
Right,
that.
right.
Then, and we were high desert to keep it real, yeah, we talking about, the 15 years and all the experience
Yeah,
and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff,
yeah.
but it was good community. When I landed in that building, bro, I never played basketball in the prison until I went to that building, bro. And the homies was having games, was playing basketball against each other. We was shooting jokes, bro. There was a lot of good people, bro, that I got to meet. It wasn't no like, sometimes people get deep, it get tricky. People get to say it wasn't none of that, bro. It was just all like gelling, doing good time, bro. Wasn't nobody on nothing destructive. Like we trying to, since we deep, we want to try to kick off a ride. We wasn't on. Everybody was doing good time, bro.
So within that 15 years of you gelling, homie, where did you get a kind of like the homie, one of the homies or a loved one said he loved the vibe, homie. Good looking out, big homie. You know what I'm saying? So within that time, homie, where did you get level headed to where you be like, kind of like knew a rip in the kitchen or some, kind of got a rapport with a few of them or something like that, homie.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a story, right? Because I didn't really actually calm down for like on the little gangbang type shit until my last couple years in prison. But when I did start separating, where I could uh, differentiate from what you stand for and treat you like a man, like judge you by your character instead of what you represent. Or
Right.
boom, I'm in the hole for a riot for the riot with the white boys in Pelican Bay. So reputable crypto come back there from the East Coast. So in the hole, check people paperwork, see what you in the hole for. So he come back here. He don't have no homies on his tier. It's all the blacks that's over here. It's all blood. It's different in the whole. We it's really like people functioning like on that skin color. Us back here for getting into it with them. It be like real, really like that. So I'm still young. I'm 20. So he a little bit older than me. He come back here, he slide his paperwork. My city older than me, so he's the one that's doing all the little boom, check his paperwork. So he's good. So it's customary that you look out for him. They come back here, you got some food, look out for him, give him some stuff to clean up, deodorant, toothpaste, stuff like that. So when he hear who I am, he immediately start, X, Y, and Z, your uncle this and that, this. I don't do that, bro. Like, especially at this time, I didn't even talk to people that wasn't homies, bro. So I'm hitting
Yeah.
you with all the short answers, like, nope, nope, nope. So he got the vibe. He ain't never said nothing else to me. He ain't never said
Yeah.
nothing else to me. But look, it's the same dude that changed my opinion on the gang and shit, right? So he get his package. When you been in the hole for a year, you get a package. And mind you, all the time when you been back here, going to the cages, I ain't said nothing to him. He got the vibes. He ain't no southern, so he ain't trying to be cool with me. He get his package,
But
and he
not to cut
called
you off. This the dude from East Coast you talking
here,
about.
here. So he get his package. He been back here for years. So he calls me, like, hey, man, shoot your line. Slide my line. He said some food down here. So in my mind, I'm like, man, this nigga's a mark. Like, this nigga's a mark. This nigga, he's trying to give me some food. Nigga, you already know I ain't trying to be cool with you. Nigga, you this nigga tomorrow. As soon as I thought that, I hear him call every single black on his computer and slide them some food. So that's when I seen he's not on that. Like, he on, I did this because you black. I didn't do this because I don't want no problems with you or I'm trying to be nice. Because he was back there for some game shit, bro. He was on some, so that's when it started getting in my mind, like, bro, damn, bro. I started analyzing all the shit, like, my whole life for real. Like, it was just, I had a gang of hatred towards these people and all this, and he started to make me think, bro, cause he was a gangster, bro. So it's bigger pictures, bro, with everything, bro. And that was like the beginning, even though it was slow. That was the beginning of my evolution, just in general, for us, like on the gang shit, bro, and looking at shit like from a whole different little aspect, bro.
Hey, yeah, that's real, homie. When you get to dealing, because we all come up the same, as bloods gelling, like, screw these dudes, homie. I ain't got nothing to say to these dudes, homie, because you be like feeling like these dudes, they ain't finna do nothing but smash you, homie. And then we been on the streets, Warren, and then I don't want these dudes to, because of my size, think I'm cool with them. I'm better off less not saying nothing to these dudes, homie. Until, like
Yeah,
you said, you find yourself. Man, I got caught like that one time, homie. I was in the blood module, and the homies was making shirts. And we had hoods whacked out all on our shirts and all that, homie. And I go to court, homie. I was up all night, and all of a sudden they called me for court. And I go to court. I'm tired. I'm in there asleep. I come up out the shirt, but I got all this stuff whacked out on my other shirt. And Rips was finna stump me out, stump my head out in there. OG
yeah,
Fools like saved me, homie. He like saved me, like, man, because I had seen him going to court a few times. He took to my style, homie, and he saved me from getting stumped on, homie, and told me don't come back to court with that shirt on no more, homie. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me like, man, some of these dudes is fair, homie. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They fair with homies. If you solid, they fair, homie.
I was in a situation similar to that before. The same type of situation where they could have smashed me out before. I caught a case when I was in YA. This is my first time in prison. I caught a case in YA and sent me to prison. So I caught a case in TS. So I'm in the San Bernardino County jail. So before then, I came to jail when I was a kid. I ain't never been to LA County jail because I came to jail when I was 16. Went to YA, so I caught a case in TS. Came to prison. So when I go to the county jail, uh, it ain't no homies. I'm the only person out here, but they not really. It ain't really like super banging like that in they county. But I ended up hitting the door. My man is called Crypto, and one of the dudes he was young because there was a gang of racial shit going on. So he was a young black dude that was like scripted. He's from some shit I ain't never heard of, bro, in Shermanville County. So he wasn't no threat to me or nothing like that. So we ended up getting cool. So one day I go to his bunk to fuck with him, like I've been here fucking with him. I go to his bunk and he got a paper that got all kind of details, all kind of shit burnt out. And we been in here chilling, bro. We been in this motherfucker chilling. Ain't no none of that type of shit. So I snatched the paper off the bunk and boiled that shit up and throw that shit in the thing, like, bro, you gotta get in. So this now mind you, this be my boy. So he's like, man, you tripping, man. I'm not gonna fight you, bro. So I go tell the other crip dude, Kyrie, like, I tell you what he's having, like, hey, bro, like, I'm finna fuck old boy up, like, yeah, X, Y, and Z. He been on friends. He like, you really finna do that? Like, I'm finna do that. So I go take a shirt, he go dry out the shower, after he go fight over shit. So I go call him up in the shower, I pop him up, like, tremendously, bro. But now, all the crips is on me. They like, nigga, you didn't got beside yourself. Like, I don't know who you think you is. You already got the disrespectful tattoo on your face. And now you done came. So these niggas had me hemmed up, bro. Like,
Out there in San Bernardino.
you had me. I'm a friend, 18 years old, caught the case in TS. Nigga, they had me hemmed, not physically hemmed up, but they got me hemmed up. Like, bro, hey. And the dude from Compton was explaining to me, like, hey, bro, like, I know we in this dorm and we like cool because it's the racial shit, but bro, I don't know, like, they don't know who you think you is, bro. Like, at the end of the day, you still a blood, like, in so many words, without being direct, like, we a fuck in here. Like, you don't got no win in here, bro. Like, Like all this shit you and I felt because I was cool with everybody in there, bro. Like they wasn't we was more on some black shit because it was a gang race. We had just had a riot with the or no, the riot happened after this, but it was already a gang race shit. We ended up having a riot with the SA. It was on the news and all that. But we ended up
Yeah.
having a riot of the whole county jail, all they county jails had a riot and shit. So I'm like, damn, bro, I was just here cool with everybody, but it just taught me like, bro, like I always thought I was hard, bro. So I ain't gonna say not to think I was hard, but it was like sometimes, bro, you gotta be humble, bro, because at the same time, like you was saying, like what the fuck was in here, bro? Like shit at the end of the day, you shit the blood, bro. Like you think you could have been here beating our homies up or some shit like
Yeah, we
we
ain't having that.
yeah, we'll do something to you in here. And I didn't understand it because it was a situation when I had took up for older crick dude in here before. Because I was young, I liked to fight anyway. So they was trying to like bark out the old man. And I didn't took up for the old man, but he was the main one that was out to get me when they rallied their troops up against me, bro. So I'm like, damn, they could but they ended up doing nothing. But I learned a valuable little lesson though. Just be humble, bro. Like just be humble, bro.
On the real. Antonio, what's up, big homie? Appreciate the love you tapping in, homie, with us, man, on everything, homie. On the channel, homie. On the real. Hey, homie, yeah, so what about politicking up there? Like homies, some people want to know, do it be strict homies in these penitentiaries sometime, homie? When you was coming up with like strict homies in there or kind of
It's
like,
a it's a lot of strict homies, bro. As long as you know the rules, you're gonna be able to fit in. But to keep it real, I hate prison politics. I still hate prison politics. That's why I ain't going back up in that motherfucker because coming from the streets, all you know about is the gang shit. You feel me? So when you come to prison and the politics ain't on the gang shit, it's on like some it's different, bro. So it's kind of like, man, I don't put a gangbanger on the street. I don't want to be doing all this. This shit ain't gangster to me. This ain't got to do with riding on enemy goals or none of this type of shit. So I'm like, bro, but at the end of the day, you still governed by it. So it's like, you know, you can't put yourself in a position where you get fucked up or get DP or something like that. And you know, that's like in the game banging world, nobody wants to get DP, bro. That happens, but nobody wants to get DP. You don't want to intentionally put yourself like, let me go do something so I can go get DP, bro. Nobody wants to be in them type of situations. So it's prison got strict policies in prison, bro.
exactly, homie, exactly. So you motherfucker gotta be on this thing, homie, because if not, you gonna get addressed, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I
for
know,
sure. Nobody bigger than their program because at the end of the day, it's about everybody that's in jail, bro. Like once you go to prison, to keep it G, like when you go to a level 4, like your gangbang career is over in a sense of ain't nobody really in jail gangbanging, bro. When people come to jail, ain't got a gang of time. Their whole mission is to get back to the streets, bro. People is focused on that freedom. It be situation that happen because everybody is different, bro. Like it be gangbanging situation that be going on, but for the most part, like on the streets, the way you would see somebody, it ain't like that. So everybody's focused on more improving their life, bro. Trying to get out of prison, get their freedom back. You always gonna have people that be lost in the sauce, that just be on drugs, or they just passing time, or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, everybody trying to got enlightened. The ones that got a chance, and the ones that ain't got a chance to go back to the streets, they trying to get that opportunity to get their freedom back, to go and put in place the stuff that they learned in prison on how to become a better person. You got people that came to jail so young, they figured it out late in life. But I've already got life. I'm 16 years old and I got life now. But now I'm 25 years old and I see like, damn, this shit bullshit. This ain't even a life I want to live. Or you feel me? But it's too late. And some people that do got a chance, they take that opportunity and figure out how they gonna run with it.
so man, it's like, man, so with the structure, homies, and within that time, homie, you get a lot of development. You see a lot of stuff, homie. You experience different cars, different crews and gangs and shit. What was a penitentiary, homie? Where it was like Crips is like out like more popular than the homies. Like what hoods was like more popular than the homies in certain pens, homie. Because I know in certain places I went, you always catch the East Coasters might be thick putting it on, and you might catch a few. The neighborhood car might be thick, and you know what I'm saying.
The real homie, like I said, prison is a microcosm of the street, bro. So they got busters from everywhere, they got gangsters from everywhere, but for the most part, these areas breed people to be a certain type of way. So the same people that be on the streets doing all the gangster shit, bro, they come to prison and they be the main ones in prison that's doing all the gangster shit. So a lot of like and I ain't saying it because I'm biased, but a lot of the East Side dudes, like, far as like the Rips, homie, I gotta give everybody they gangs from everywhere, but again, they respect. Like, they got a lot of dudes on that East Side, Compton and Watch that's gonna handle their business, bro. Like that's gonna handle their business, bro. As far as the other side, like they do their stuff, bro. They do their stuff. Like Harlem, bro. Like they gonna have to put some respect up on their name, bro. They serious about their little West name, bro. All these little communities, though. But that's one thing about it. When you grow up in the ghetto, anywhere, bro, that's why like evolution as a person is to surpass the low level criminal gang banging state. But these places is breed warriors, bro. Like if we was in any other society where we had our own type of Western name, these would be the people that's going to war for our country, bro. So it's just people that's we got indoctrinated at a young age to do something else, but it ain't like all these people is bad people. They was taught some bad shit, bro. But these the same people, not to glorify the shit, the same people that with the activities out there for like defending their community, they come to steal and represent well in their community too, bro.
Real, homie. So yeah, it's like I say, homie. When we on here, homie, we tell stuff, homie. But like you said, homie, we leave out a lot of stuff, homie, because like you said, it's we use discretion on it, homie. But
Nah, for
homie,
real.
it could get real heavy and deep, homie, with this
Nah,
with
for
this
real.
right here, homie. Uh,
Nah.
I know they got them. Before that one, I want to say this, homie, that stuck with me. You say, we homies go in at a young age, get life, get a gain of time, homie. How do you feel about homie then did 25, 26 years, homie, and he want to debrief, homie, and take a chance of coming home, but he want to just, debrief himself. He ain't taking nobody down with him or nothing, and he want to come home and homies is out here. We dealing with suckers and niggas that ain't so solid. Why the homie can't debrief himself and that's one of our niggas and come back home? We dealing with suckers right here. So why we holding our homies that's in these prisons at so much of a high standard when we out here dealing with dudes that ain't even all that, homie?
I mean, when you in prison, it's a whole nother world. To be honest, bro, it's a whole nother world, and you gonna run into people that got more morals, values, and principles about themselves in prison than far as on the street. Like me personally, bro, even though shit is over with, bro. This nigga done advanced to a certain part of my life. Certain people I'm still never gonna associate with, bro. And certain things like in prison, I understand it's a fucked up situation. That's why prison reform is so big because you got people that's in hard situations. They just barely start letting people come home from prison. You talking about people that have learned a good lesson that's never gonna commit a crime once they come home again in their life, but they in a fucked up position. You basically telling somebody to be half a man and go give up information on somebody. And I think you saying like where basically you could like just and get back to the streets, but it's like I done had somebody tell me straight up like they not doing it, bro. And they whole thing is they gotta be able to look at themselves in the mirror. Not that they wanna do it. They feel like I'm not doing it. I'm not putting myself in no position where I gotta go be on the yard with people I don't agree with they politics or Western name. I'd rather get mine on the main line and take my now they letting you come home. You actually can go home without having to go PC or none of that. Because some people are so strong, bro. They just define against the oppressor that's trying to break them. Like you're not gonna break me, bro. They used to at one time they started validating people for having like black literature. So if you was trying to learn about your culture and trying to learn about being black, they'll validate you and throw you in the hole, bro. Like and you had people that was still defined. Like I'm not gonna let that scare me. I'm still gonna teach people about their culture, and I'm still gonna learn about my culture. Cause you ain't gonna break me. Whatever the consequences is, for you that I gotta deal with. I'm gonna deal with it because I'm a man. I'm not gonna let you break me. I'm gonna stand on my feet instead of living on my knees. So it's a fucked up situation because it's solid dudes on me that ain't never did nothing wrong and that's in jail for stuff they didn't do. I got a homie, bro, that died in prison. My homie died in prison for a crime he did not commit. He had lupus, bro. He died in prison for a crime he did not commit. And bro was so solid on the breathing machine. Once they start mixing these yards up and all that, he's like, man, I'm not never gonna be on the yard with the people. He on a breathing machine with lupus, bro. He can't even stand on his feet for 30 minutes, bro. But that right there is so much strength, not because he just hard. He just, I'm a man, bro. I want to be a man. I don't gotta cooperate with y'all or tell y'all something about somebody else. That's not my job.
Even if I'm on my deathbed, homie, and you know, and that's the cold thing about it, homie, because yeah, okay, loved one. That's the cold thing about it, homie, because we'll go through so much stuff, homie, endure so much, keeping it G'd, homie. You know what I'm saying? And like you and the touch back earlier, like you said, that mental health, homie, that shit, that shit is in hoods now. Niggas don't really want to admit it, but that shit is in hoods now and shit, homie. You know, with the younger homies, and probably some of us too, homie, for just staying down for so long, homie. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll kind of do something to you, homie. What you think?
But that's why I would never endorse. Like, bro, I grew up the way I grew up. I never endorsed somebody else to do the same thing, bro. Even when I was young, I never been a recruiter type of person, bro. I never been somebody that wanted to go, all right, he live across the street from my he Western man. I ain't gonna lie, like I never did it. But all the people that I ever invited into the lifestyle was like people that you already had, you already did in school, you doing all this shit, bro. You out here doing robberies and doing all this. So it's like, bro, you might as well go ahead. But for the most part, I never because I always had a conscience, bro. You know, homies be taught to be righteous, bro. So I would never endorse somebody because all the pain you're gonna have to go through, bro. This shit pain. So I would never endorse somebody else to put themselves through this. You gotta think about it. Think how crazy you gotta be. The situation you gonna be in, bro. If you go to jail for something you didn't do, you're gonna have to put yourself through torture, be in jail, and deal with everything, be away from your family, take yourself away from your family and deal with all that. And then seeing all this shit, your homies getting killed and all that. You feel me? To tell somebody else, oh, you need to go do this and go be doing this type of shit, bro. That's irresponsible, bro. For me to endorse, that's why I don't endorse it because we to keep it real. You signing up, even though you don't know it when you were a kid, you signing up to be a mental health case, bro. Because you're gonna have to go through. You know how hard it is to see your old friends where everybody I grew up with is dead or in jail. That's a cold reality, bro. Like, yeah, you know the motto, no new friends. So now I'm by myself, bro, in life because there's no new friends and all my friends is dead or in jail. That's something even within itself, bro, to be like dealing with, bro. So that's why I never endorse that shit for nobody young to try to like, oh, you need to be down or be doing this. If you get it, you already get it. You gotta do this shit the right way, bro. But I never endorse somebody to that's why a lot of people start coping with drugs, bro. That's another thing. People start coping with drugs because you're seeing people get killed. The shit that people was going through, even if you that shit be traumatizing, bro. It's a blessing. And I don't never forget how grateful I am, bro. You know how many people I seen go crazy in prison? You know, where they lost their mind, bro. Like, yeah.
Straight homies, solid dudes, homie. I done seen solid homies go straight berserk, homie. Straight like
Nah, for
damn,
real.
damn. You know, you looked up to these dudes, homie. Like we all ain't perfect, but we all live off of each other, homie. We all feed off each other. I done seen major big homies, nigga, just straight, just go berserk, homie. You know, and you be like, damn, homie, and you know this shit. You be like, nigga, this shit for real, homie, and you try to learn and stay strong from the next homie experience, homie. You feel me?
Nah, but that's why I was saying about the music. That's why knowing all this, when you a kid, you don't know no better. But knowing all this shit and you trying to bring that shit into like you know how these niggas be rapping this niggas hood. I done did it before, bro. I got old music that I made into this niggas hoods and all that, but I done got wise and grew past that and wise enough because you endorsing all the shit that we talk about going through. These are situations that you gonna be in if if you speaking this, this what you manifesting, bro. By putting this shit in the universe, you manifesting, nigga, all the pain, all the misery, bro. This what you manifesting that's gonna come into your life by just constantly trying to and being a young thug type situation, bro. You feel me? Like,
So it's like homie, it's like man, homie, you we get out and try to glorify it. That's why I tell the fun and I tell the sad, homie. You can't get out here and rap about the fun shit, then rap about shit being bad and you went broke or all this shit. Then nigga don't get out here faking the funk, nigga.
nah, but that's why the people who got that versatility, like people like Scarface, Tupac, Lil Boosie, like who else, man? Lil Durk, like the people that can illustrate that day in their music. That's why they go so far because it's relatable, bro. Like I don't listen to none of that music talking about Maybachs and Benzes and all that type of because that shit ain't something that I can relate to. Or even if it sound nice, I don't want to listen to that every day, bro. I want to listen to something I can relate to. The everyday struggle. That's why Tupac was so big because he can paint that picture for you about the struggle, bro.
So do you think your music is painting and gonna be constantly painting that picture of that, huh?
That's why that's my strong suit, bro. When it comes to music, if I can say I'm good at anything, that's what a lot of people compliment me on telling stories, bro. And that's what I do, bro. So anybody check out my music, 804 Icer. I'm on all platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes. I'm on everything, bro. That's what you're gonna get from me. You're gonna get the street story, and it's crazy because it sounds like a contradiction. But I'm telling my story, bro. I got the right. I went through that, bro. I got the right to tell my story and what's your name? Not to glorify, but just to tell my story, bro. But that's what I do. I illustrate that thing, man.
Hey, homie, within that time, homie, I know they came up with all kind of laws and stuff, homie. How do you feel about? Do you feel like people should continue to vote, continue to, be all up there? And I mean, how you feel about the reform and different
I
little things
mean,
that they got going on that they offer opportunities to people to come home and stuff like that?
it's a blessing, right? Because a lot of people, bro. I know somebody that just did 41 years that came home. Somebody that just did 32 years that came home. I know a lot of people because when I first came to prison, if you had life, it was over with. It was over with. You got life. That's why it was more violence going on. Because if you had life, I might as well be here doing mental shit, stabbing people, and it's all I know. I already come from a violent community. It's no incentive for me to do anything other than continue to perpetuate the stereotypes of the community that I came from, bro. Because it ain't no hope. If you ain't got no hope in life, that's just what
Yeah.
it is. But now they changing so many laws, bro. Like, bro, it's a blessing, bro. And that's one of the things I can't wait to get involved in, just being active in the community, bro. Because voting, you gotta vote and put these people that got your interest. Put your interest, people that got your the same thing you want, getting jobs or where in the community, you gotta put these people in power, bro. Because that's power, bro. Even people that can rally people up to vote, bro. That's power, bro. You gotta. It's the only way we gonna get change in these laws. Because if you look at it, bro, a lot of people, bro, fuck up at a young age, bro. Like I got, you know how many people that in jail still 15, 16 that got life in prison for one day, bro. What you did on one day, or some people they need to do it, but what you did on one day, your whole life, they feel like you don't have no potential for nothing else because one day a situation happened on one day and now it's over with for you. So it's a lot of people, bro, that's getting out that's doing good things, working with the community. Even on we was having to talk about it. That community center over here on Central,
Yeah.
bro. People that got out of jail for doing a lot of time that's doing good things in the community, bro. So it's like you need these type of leaders back in the community because a lot of these people we grew up in these communities, so gang banging was the outlet and what we was taught. But these people that got real leadership qualities, bro, that can do great shit once they came and educated themselves and put themselves in a position. I just seen something the other day, bro. They said it costs $100,000 to keep a prisoner in jail for a year. Imagine if you gave somebody $100,000, bro, that's poor and told you to make it happen, bro. Like, go ahead and go to college or get you start you a business and go ahead and make it happen, bro. But the only way that you're gonna be able to, they starting to do it though, is getting a lot of traction, bro. That's the only way that people is gonna speed up the process and start even more change is by being out here voting and emphasizing the power that you can get from voting, bro.
Right. Hey baby, what's up, homie? Homie, hey baby, he from Inglewood. He know about them laws and shit, homie. So you know,
Yeah,
yeah, cause he was up in there fighting time and he know about them laws, homie. But yeah, homie, you know what I'm saying? 89 on up G stuff, not Ye stuff, homie. Anything else you want to add on the line, put it on the line, or just speak on, homie?
man. I just want everybody, man, check out my music, man. 804 Ice on all platforms, man. It's a blessing. Being on your show. Get this little platform, bro. That's highly appreciated. I want everybody, if you go follow me on Instagram. I've been getting out of from the last interview. A lot of people's coming follow me, sending me supportive messages. You know, a lot of compliments about the music. So I just want to keep it going, man. It's all love.
Man, all the time, man. Hey, look, somebody had asked something. I don't want to diss the homie. He had asked something. He wanted to know how how do the Hoovers? You know, we know how the Hoovers move, homie. But the home, you know, one of the homies, I think he OT with it. He want to know how do the Hoover card move, homie? Can they take care of themselves in jail, homie? I know the answer, but I'm gonna let you go ahead. You know what I'm saying, homie?
Yeah. It's real hectic, right? You ain't got no yeah, it's real hectic. Just imagine your community, right? Not your community with my community and all the people that you know, just your community going in jail and you don't get on with nobody. And it be hard, bro. It be hard. But with a lot of people, them too, because you got robbers from everywhere, it got two different sides. Cause that shit makes some people so aggressive, bro, that they handling their business, bro. But it's hard, bro. It be a lot of it be a lot of stuff going on, bro, with them people, bro. It's hard, bro. It's hard.
Somebody said something's wrong with the mic. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, like I say, man, the movie, yeah, they got it hard, homie. You know what I'm saying? They got it hard, like the homies got it hard. You know what I'm saying? And the
It's
only
hard.
thing with me that kind of made, you know, a nigga like the Hoover Styles, because even before a nigga was even banging young, that was that was like a big old thing, homie, to hear about the Hoovers, homie. But I
Yeah,
never, but what kind of kept it just major lock in with me, homie, just on how I push, because I still felt the love for the homies from DLB, homie. So I couldn't really just just be
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Because I still had homies from DLB, homie. That's like if a homie at them times was just buddied up with a 60. Like, nigga,
yeah.
what about me, nigga?
It's different because my community. You feel me? The community I was raised in, bro. That's how it was growing up. We don't do none of that, bro. So it was like in jails, the same shit, bro. I didn't really have no type of. If you wasn't a homie, bro, I didn't really have no type of attachment or like I ain't had none of that towards you because we wasn't on that type of time, bro. But at the end of the day, it's gangsters from everywhere, suckers from everywhere. So I done met a gang of people, bro. That's I know so many people, bro, that be held it down from all little sides and shit, bro. But far as when I was on that type of, I wasn't trying to, yeah, it wasn't yeah, it wasn't cool with nobody. I just wanted to keep it real, but everybody know me for that, bro. Like once I fuck with you, even all the rich and people that's on the other side of the fence, bro. Once I locked in with somebody, bro, I've always kept it the same. No matter where I seen you at, if we was cool in Pelican Bay and I seen you in High Desert, we was always gonna be the same way. Because one thing at the end of the day, one thing about prison, all the gangsters is gonna always meet up. Because in the hole, all the people that's getting active is gonna always be in the hole. And I got years of whole time, like combined, going to all these schools and being in the hole for 18 months at a time, 13 months, and all this. I done been back there with everybody from everywhere, other races. That he just all the solid people. So you get reports like, damn, every time I go to the hole, he in the hole for smashing me. Every time I go to the, he in the hole for smashing. I was in this prison when he was smashed. I was in this prison. So it's like,
And even if you don't get along, you gonna recognize that.
and it's gonna be respect. It's gonna be respect. Like a lot of people, bro, because bro. It's the same people, bro. So I done ran into a lot of individuals, but that's what made me look at a gang and shit different, bro. Because bro, you get to see like at the end of the day, all these people is survivors and warriors, bro. Everybody trying to get up out of the ghetto, bro. And we was all the people that survived and didn't let that shit take us up under, bro. That was standing strong. So it's like you get to see like the bigger picture, bro. Like a lot of people, bro. These the cream of the crop from everywhere, all these different type of places, bro. Bro, they got a version of you over there in these areas, bro, and all these people that's high conduct. You know, the homies, not to like toot the homies horn. The homies was always like more respectable, bro. So another reason why I didn't talk to people because they had a different style. It wasn't really like big on respect, loud, all that type of stuff. And you know that's not now all these young people act the same. No matter what part of the West name is you is, an 18-year-old from over here with us is gonna act like the same way an 18-year-old. They all do the same stuff now. But back then, you know, the homies was big on respect, bro. And I started running into people that's on the other side that conducted themselves low key like homies, and they brought lean tours. I'm talking about full fledged, banged out, active riffs, bro. They was more inclined to fuck with the homies because they liked our conduct. Like we more respectful, we quiet, we low key. We ain't just running around trying to start shit for no reason.
Hey, not to cut you off. Somebody said your mic tripping or something. Your mic on.
Let me see.
Probably, probably how it was sitting or something.
Let me see. I don't know. What about now?
It kind of sound clearer on mine, homie. So it might be a fix. But yeah, homie, like you say, yeah, I didn't been on prison yards, homie. It sounds muffled, son. Don Move.
Right. They tapping in, man. That shit we love.
Yeah, I didn't been on some yards with the Crips like kind of like fall and kind of hang or stop by a lot and holler at the homies. And I always look like them the niggas that's down as a motherfucker. That's going because it might be a pack of solid homies. It go both ways. It might be a pack gang of solid Crips or it might be solid homies. And sometimes they'll go out their way more to come around the homies like nigga, I ain't scared of y'all niggas like the rest of the homies and socialize and hang out and kick it
Yeah,
loud and keep it moving on the track or something, homie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that's how I looked at a lot of the riffs like that, homie.
yeah. Yeah, I was like big on. I didn't really like socializing with people, bro, because I used to look at it like even when I started calming down and started getting that shit out of me, like just respect for the homies, bro, like that had lost their life. I never really wanted to like associate with people, bro, because I used to look at it like, man, like, bro, but I ended up getting cool with some people, bro, from the other side and stuff like that. But I used to more so like we had to have a reason to socialize. I didn't socialize with nobody for no reason, bro. It had to be we doing business. We got something going on that I
Yeah,
can learn from. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. But everybody know me, you gonna see, bro. Like everybody know me that say the same thing. People
yeah,
low key think I'm not a cool person because I'm there think, oh, he's stand off West Name. But then when you meet me, they be like, oh, nah, he cool as a motherfucker. He just don't be talking to everybody. He don't be West Name, but motherfucker be cool, bro.
that's right, homie. And I'm looking forward, man, to you getting up out of that place, homie. Cause I
I'm
didn't
telling
already
you.
hollered at the homie Pete Thrizzle. So he already on point. I hollered at him the other day and today. So he already on point, waiting to get up in that studio with you. I
All right.
squabble, use G half, and you mix me. We got down a few more times.
Right, yeah. Now we gonna do that for sure, man. I appreciate it, man. And last thing, man, we gonna do a lot of work in the community, getting up out of here, man. To get the youngsters, man, to just exposing them something different, bro, so they can go down a different little road in the anti-drug movement, bro. That's what I'm. That's another big thing I want to get involved in. 'Cause a lot of people is getting losing their life, getting turned out on these drugs, bro. Young people, so just exposing us something different, bro. So that's what I'm on. The diversion and the anti-drug, bro.
I'm with you, homie. I'm on that anti-drug too, homie. You know, I might mess with that herb a little bit, but anything, homie,
Yeah,
past that,
exactly.
I'm
No,
against
exactly.
that, homie, because it
No,
take away
exactly.
the soldierness of our soldiers, homie. If you got a homie, we under the influence or we under heavily narcotics, homie, we not making the right decision. Your work, you can't even really get involved with pushing the line in some hoods, homie. If you on drugs heavily, homies will be
No,
like, nigga,
exactly.
your
You
word
can't
ain't
be
that word. You know,
you
nigga, get
can't
out.
be the best version of yourself, bro. Simple as that. You can't be the best version of yourself, bro. A lot of people be good people, but they can't. They could be better if they wasn't, handicapped with the drugs, man.
So man, we gonna keep the push going, homie. And long as you in there till you get out, homie, we gonna keep sending it and jumping on here, homie. So
Yes,
AB
sir.
up, G stuff, not ye stuff, and I'm
Yes,
out
sir. Wow.
all the
Yes, sir.
time.
All right, homie.